Okay, hello everyone. Glad to have you with me. We are back with King Daemon, the Tormentor, King of the Summer Islands. Summer Isle. I don't know what. I swear to God, it's Summer Isles. You know what? I'm gonna change the name. I swear to God, in the books they call it the Summer Isles. Maybe I'll have to check in on that. You know what? No, I'll leave the name the same, I suppose. Well. No, I'm gonna change it to the Summer Isles. That has a nicer ring to it. And I swear it's the Summer Isles in the book. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay. But I suppose this won't be my primary title for long. So a lot has happened. So in the last episode, the premature dance of dragons ended. The dragon riders, King Viserys and Queen Alicent, after losing their heir, Viserys' heir, Rhaenyra, to Rhaenys in battle. Queen Alicent managed to defeat Lady Rhaenys, who is now in my court, if I can find her. Yes, oh wait, yes. So she's now at my court. Her husband is also dead, killed by Sheep Stealer. Perhaps he was trying to tame him, or it. And we took a bit of the Iron Throne from them, Cape Wrath here, so hopefully they won't come knocking for it. Perhaps I should, he would be okay with swearing an alliance, which is quite interesting. Seems very Viserys, but we are, in this version of the World of Ice and Fire, King Daemon is tired of living in his shadow. He wants to create 7 kingdoms of his own. And he's actually pretty well placed to do that. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of... Well, I suppose I do have a bit of men, but I have to deal with some of these vassals. You know, now that the... Oh, I also raised these boats between episodes, so sorry about that, guys. But, while searching for bandits... While searching for a lost chalice, I came upon a band of rogues who robbed me. Okay, well, at least it could have been worse. What is this? Your Grace, despite my best efforts to try and improve your wrongly tarnished reputation, my standing in the realm has taken a hit. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the Lords of the Summer Isles don't seem to like me very much. That makes sense. During the war we just had, the Unification War of the Summer Isles, there weren't as many factions, but I think that was just because my men were fully mobilized. I think now that they are no longer mobilized, things might change a bit. So let's go ahead and bring our guys back. And we'll have to think about what to do next. So, you know, Craxes is healed. Okay, so it looks like we have some vassals getting other vassals to join their factions. Perhaps I should take a bite out of the Stoneway. This might be a good time to go ahead and get involved in Dorne. Ooh, what is this? Is he alive? Ooh, a giant. The giant Calliser. That's a cool name. A son was born to King Daemon, the Tormentor, and Massaria, the White Worm, named Calliser. Should I legitimize him? Or should I wait until I have a proper child with my lady betrothed? You know what, I'm going to legitimize him. Daemon doesn't care. Unfortunately, he believes in the many-faced god, and he is Lysini. So we're going to have to change that. I will become his guardian, of course. Calliser is kind of a badass name, but I think I'm going to change it to something different. Oh my god, wait. Because he's not my son, I can't change it? That's stupid. I guess because he's more Lady Massaria's son. But, you know, Calliser is kind of a badass name. So, you know, maybe I'm okay with that. Struggle. And hopefully you will... that's kind of weird because my daughter, Visenya, who is from the same person, is High Valyrian and Faith of the Seven. I'm not sure why my son is not the same. So, okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully he will change in time, but that's quite cool. So we have a giant, the giant Calliser of the Targaryen of the Summer Isles. I have had a son. My succession is secure, more or less. I could see problems coming up with that in the future, though. Now, what shall King Daemon do? Does he want to obtain a greater throne? Unfortunately, that's a little bit out of reach for us now. I mean, we could make our own empire, perhaps, but I think I'm just going to go for becoming exalted among men. And is it time for us to get involved in Dorne? Is it time for us? Perhaps we should wait for this war to end. What is this war exactly anyway? So defending against Lord Anders? Oh, the war against the tyranny. Okay. I wonder if he has much of a hope in defeating him. So Prince Corin has about 15,000 men. Lord Anders does not have too many. So you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until this war is resolved, so I can, if I do decide to take Dorne, I can take everything I need. And to be honest, I need to refresh my troops a bit. And I have a bit of gold, so perhaps I can invest a bit in bloodstone. Maybe we can get some barracks. Oh, okay, so we got more vassals joining factions. Your Grace, I humbly ask that you intervene in my war. So we have West Jala against the Golden Mountains. Okay, fine. I'll order him to stand down. Oh no, there's nothing I can do. Command to end the war. Shall I have him imprisoned, I suppose? I can't have him imprisoned, even though he just disobeyed me. Okay, interesting. Okay, so let's lower our fleet levies. And who is this? Lord Simbar Gawalnu is clearly a traitor and a threat to my rule. I have no proof. Oof. Would he do it? Would Daemon do it? Honestly, I think Daemon would do it. Because he's quite authoritative. He's not paranoid though. He has no evidence, but it looks like he's likely to get him. It's Parrot Bay. He does not like me that much. I suppose I could go for it. If Daemon thought that, I think he would definitely act on it. Make the arrest. Got it. Alright. Well, now what can I do? Can I revoke his title without being seen as a tyrant? Can I... I'll call him for trial. Yeah, because I don't really know how to proceed without pissing everyone off. Lord Simbar Gawonu has demanded a trial before the court, which Lord Jalimu Monnier shall oversee to ensure justice is served. At the start of the trial, he is formally accused of blackmail, a charge brought by King Daemon. Okay. Okay, so he stood before it, was aggressively questioned, and many were convinced of his arguments, so he was reasonably accused. So he has been claimed guilty. Shall he be exiled? Shall I put his head on a spike? I think he would have his head on a spike. And I'll feed him to my dragon. So he has been devoured. Poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, my cousin Rhaenys. Oh, she's ready to get married again. Yeah, she's much younger than she was in the show. Even at the beginning, I think. Okay. I'll find her someone nice. Are there any eligible bachelors? Alan of Wickenden. For a matrilineal marriage, there's a much higher pool to choose from. I suppose Sir Darren could be a good match. He's noble. He's a knight. Though so is Aemon is not. Because, like, you know, yeah, Okay. Let's have Darren, I suppose. Hopefully you are okay with that. I'm sure Darren is. I don't know what Rhaenys is. She was probably expecting a better match, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm surprised that King Viserys even let her go, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so in the last episode, a few episodes ago, I was talking about how Dorne, while famous for defending against dragons... Oh, excellent. So our betrothal is about to start. So one moment. Hold on a second, Tyrion. Tyrion, whatever your name is. I guess it's 2N, so it would be Tyrion. That sounds kind of weird. Anyway, so Dorne is famous for repelling dragons. Beyond the terrain buffs, I don't think there's anything in Dornish culture or any events that make it more difficult to conquer Dorne than anywhere else. But, you know, Dorne has a lot of mountains and deserts, so it can be hard to use the dragon in combat. But, as I mentioned a few episodes ago, there's a lot of forest and hills that we can take quite easily. I mean, there are a lot of mountains and there are a lot of deserts, but I don't think it would be impossible to take Dorne. Anyway, okay, so may you live in harmony and contentment. We propose that Lady Tyrion of the Westerlands and King Daemon marry. I accept. Oh, wow. Oh, I forgot in this game you can marry at 13. And she has a strong claim on the Westerlands. That's interesting. Good to know. Okay. Yes, the bride has already received her inheritance. Whatever that means. Okay, so Dorne is back together. He only has about 13,000 men. Should I strike? Should I do it? Or maybe I'll wait. I think I'll wait a little bit. There's no rush. There's no rush. You know, if I have 2,000 more men, we could beat him just on our troops alone. So I think I will wait. Plus, well, we do have some factions brewing. Perhaps I can marry my son off to one of my vassals. Who is my highest ranking vassal in terms of men? This Lotus Veiled gentleman. What about Umbaru? You would think that would have a lot. He would have a lot of men. Okay, hold on a minute. So though I had thought my courtier Jason to be more reasonable, he wants to duel Joffrey. I don't think Daemon would care about that. Okay, so Last Lament has the most men, but no one to marry. Umbaru has quite a lot of men, but also no one to marry. Yes, threatened to stay out of all factions. Oh, excellent. So Jellibar III has sworn. I would marry him to her, but she's slow, so I kind of don't want that in my gene pool. Rhaenys. Who is this? My niece? Oh, Rhaenys, son of Viserys. That would be an interesting match. Oh, I could marry him to an Estermont or someone in that area. Okay, so there's actually a lot of them coming up. Well, you know what? I don't think the Summer Island vassals are really of that much concern right now, especially if we do go into Dorne. Lord Rice sent me an envelope containing the rotten head of some no-name bard who allegedly was writing me songs about me. Okay. Yeah, delightful. I don't think Daemon would like that. Excuse me. My brother, King Viserys, has tried to have Lord Reaver Ragnar Drum of the Sea Stones arrested, but failed. He looks in prison to me. Maybe I missed something. Okay, well, I feel like Daemon's looking pretty good now. Honestly, I would be a little scared that my brother would come this way, but if he's still open to forming an alliance, I don't see why. He's a 91% opinion of me. Wait. Abomination of Incest plus 20 opinion. Your Grace, news from King's Landing, so Pebbleton and Sir Otto Hightower, the Septon. Oh wow! So Sir Otto has become a Septon in Dragonstone and has become a little bit of a warrior. Actually, he's a knight, and he has pneumonia, but he managed to win a trial by combat. It looks like so. Good for him, my rival. Okay, so we have a new member of the Freehold of Tall Trees Town. Someone laughed at me. I will find the culprit. Ooh, it was Rhaenyra. It was Rhaenys. When I found out who it was who had laughed at me, I tried to swallow my pride, but I choked on it, and I managed to escape. Now Rhaenys won't talk to me. Uh-oh. Travelers bring rumor of fire and blood. Prince Vagon, my uncle, now rides Vermithor into battle. Ah, he would have been a good match. Are you my courtier? He's at the Citadel. Do you want to come to court? Should I kidnap him? Why can't I invite you? Why are you prohibited? Oh my god, is he a maester? Oh my god, he's the Archmaester. The Archmaester Dragon Rider. That doesn't make much sense. Of course I will come. Yes, let us do a little bit of dancing. Okay, so we have not... Oh, what is this? Travelers bring rumors. So Silverwing. Another Archmaester. What the hell is going on? These Archmaesters are going crazy. They're learning how to tame dragons. I wonder what Marvin the Mage would think about that. Although I guess he was kind of a dragon supporter. Okay, so we haven't regained many troops yet. Oof, and Dorne has quite a lot of troops now. So we might wait to move on to Dorne. Although it would be nice to have Dorne as a kingdom. So I fulfilled my ambition to become exalted among men. Again, Greater Throne. I'm not really sure if it's possible right now. Have 5 children, sure. You know what might be cool is if, as Daemon, we get 7 kingdoms of our own. We prove our own right as a conqueror, and then we come back and take the Iron Throne. I suppose I have a strong claim. The Lannisters might support us. If we have Dorne, that would be good. Okay. So I think I'll build a shipyard if I can. I can't, because I need a castle town. So build a castle town, and then I can build a shipyard. Okay, good. So that vassal at least stood down. So it's kind of funny, we are king of the Summer Isles, but we live up here in the Stepstones, and we don't really do much. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to leave it for now, guys. I feel like we're in a pretty interesting position at the moment. We're just building up and getting ready for our next conquest. I'm not quite sure where it will be. It may be Dorne, although the terrain is not very favorable for us. It might be the 3 Daughters, but they will siege the hell out of the Stepstones, and they have a lot more men. Could be Pentos. They have, oh wow, they have far fewer men. That could be interesting. I could beat him on men alone. Okay, so that's rather interesting. So we might just make a run at Pentos in the next time. Okay, I'm going to think about that, guys, and I will see you next time, and you can see the results. So, thanks, guys. See you next time.